Welcome, City of Redlands employees, to this year's Virtual Employee Appreciation and Service Awards. It's been a tough year for all of us, but we are happy to be able to recognize all of our wonderful employees who make this a great place to work. This year's Service Awards recognizes recipients with anniversary dates from January 2020 through June 2021. And now, without further ado, is our City Manager, Charlie Dugan, with a few words.
Hello, remember me? I showed up about 17 months ago, and I was looking forward to everything that Redlands was going to bring to me. Not only just working with you, but bicycle races, the bowl, everything that makes Redlands special. And you're part of that. And then the pandemic hit. We had to cancel things like employee events, and that's really disappointing. This year we're doing these videos, we are going to have a raffle and some other things, so that's great. But I'm really looking forward to seeing all of you again, learning your names all over again, because when I first arrived, they had me doing things like 87 visits, including going around to every department, which was something I insisted on. I wanted to meet as many people as possible. I value the work you do, the citizens value the work you do, and I hear from the council constantly about the great work that's being done by the employees of the City of Redlands. I'm proud to work with you, and I look forward to next year. Have a great year.
Hello, City Manager's Office. I'm Janice McConnell, and I'm so pleased to share this message as part of our virtual employee appreciation event. First of all, I always look forward to this event every year because it's about celebrating you, our employees, our city family. All of you contribute to the success of this organization in your own special way. I know this past year was an extremely challenging year in so many ways. And in some ways, it continues to be. But our city family is strong and remains strong. Together, we can achieve many things. Today, I commend you and honor you for your hard work and efforts in making Redlands such a great place to live and work. For those of you who are being recognized for your years of service to the city, congratulations on reaching that milestone year. In closing, all I can say is that the City Manager's Office, Human Resources Risk, Purchasing, Communications, and Community Relations, you all rock. We have a tremendous team. You are all so awesome to work with. I'm so proud of each and every one of you. I can't thank you enough for the great work you do. I look forward to the upcoming year, and I know it will be a great one because I have all of you on our team. Thanks again, everyone.
Hi, City of Redlands employees and staff. This is Chris Catron, the police chief. Just wanted to say thank you very much for making it through a tough year that was 2020. I'm really proud of the way everybody stepped up and made things happen in probably the most difficult year any of us will have experienced in our careers or lives. We're really hoping that 2021 is off to a much better start, and that 2022 we can all get together in person at our employee appreciation event. Have a great rest of your year, and see you next year.
Hello, City of Redlands employees. Most importantly, thank you for everything you have done this past year. As a representative of the fire department, I want to thank you for everything that you do to keep us supported. While this past year has had its challenges, these challenges have been met head on by each of you. And to overcome these challenges, you came up with new and unique ways in doing your job. While you may not have done your job in the typical fashion that you did, you nonetheless did it in such a manner that preserved the city and delivered a premier service to the community. I also now want to just talk real briefly about one of our engine crews. The Redlands Fire Department, you do an amazing job every single day you come to work. You are confronted with many challenges, tasks, and sometimes daunting obstacles that could take the life of yourself or someone else we work with. And I thank you for operating in a safe and professional manner. From a heartfelt thank you from a family member who once served for the Redlands Fire Department, Division Chief Ken Witham. An engine company recently, Captain Whitaker, Engineer Herrera, and Firefighter Paramedic Munden, recently walked down during this past Memorial Day time and cleaned the Veterans Memorial. That response, or that act, brought a great deal of joy to a family member of the Withams who perished during World War II. So from the bottom of my heart, extending it from the Witham and Costello family, thank you for what you do. And I realize that this is just one act that you all do. This was just one that we happen to know about. Thank you so much for everything you do, and have a great upcoming year.
Hello, Municipal Utilities and Engineering Department. You know me, I'm John. Just wanted to say thanks for all you do. I started here about 6 months ago, came to the City of Redlands, brand new guy in the midst of a global pandemic, and you welcomed me and my family with open arms, and I couldn't be more grateful for that. But it goes beyond that. I mean, the things that you guys do on a daily basis, I get, are largely unrecognized. When people flush their toilets and turn their water on and everything's fine, nobody thinks to call and thank you. Well, that's what I want to do today. I really do appreciate what you do. I understand what you do. I value what you do. And I'm looking forward to the time when we can all gather and have a big celebration together. Thanks again, and can't wait to see you all soon.
Hi, I'm Don McHugh. I'm grateful for this opportunity to thank all of the employees and volunteers at AK Smiley Public Library on behalf of the Board of Trustees and myself. I don't need to tell you it's been a very challenging 15 months with a combination of the pandemic and city budget cuts. We had some very big challenges at the library, but thanks to the dedication and commitment of our employees, we came through it. We continued to offer services even when we were closed, amongst the first places to reopen, and we've recommitted to our role of providing information and entertainment to our community. That couldn't have been done without the great support of our employees, and on behalf of the board and myself, I can't thank you enough for your steadfastness, your dedication, and your commitment. Let's have a great celebration. Thank you.
Hi everybody, Brian here, in case you don't recognize me, Development Services Director. I was thinking this morning on my way into work, one of the positive elements of having a commute is I get to think for about 30 minutes on my way into work. And this morning I was thinking about, I have to do this filming today and what am I going to say? So what came to mind really was that I do this every morning and I'm really happy about it. I like coming to work, and I look forward to getting into City Hall and seeing everybody and talking to people and seeing what you do and the camaraderie amongst all of our employees. And we have a really good atmosphere at work, and I appreciate all that everyone brings to the office and cooperates and gets things done for the city in a good way. And that makes what I do really special. It's not everybody that gets to look forward to coming to work every day. So that's what I was thinking about on my way to work today. Obviously this past year has been a really different and unusual year for everybody, including me. The pandemic took a toll on a lot of what we do as a city, but it required everybody to step into new roles and adopt new procedures and protocols to get things done and continue to move things forward. And everybody took that in stride, and we even did that with a little bit fewer staff members than we had before. So Cruz, for instance, is a good example. Cruz became our outdoor dining coordinator for State Street with all the restaurants, became the best friend of all the restaurant owners this past year. And that was really important for the city. It helped keep businesses moving and helped keep the city going forward and put a positive face on what the city and how the city was dealing with the pandemic. Building staff, you guys were awesome. You guys worked with fewer staff and a closed one-stop permit center, but continued to process permits in a way that kept things moving. Keeping building activity was one of the things that kept our economy moving this past year, and it was difficult, I know, with different procedures in place to deal with the pandemic, but I was looking the other day and I have a stack of emails that I've received that were forwarded to me from members of the public or other staff members about how much your work was appreciated by the public, and that really says a lot about what you guys do. The planners, you guys all became experts on Zoom this past year and how to handle meetings and interactions with applicants and people looking to develop property without face-to-face meetings. That was a real challenge. And you guys did a great job at that. I'd really appreciate all that you did in that regard. And lastly, I wanted to mention Janet Miller, who has been our grants coordinator, and she spent the last year of her 29-year career with the city. She's retiring in July this year, in case some of you weren't aware. Managing over $2 million of grants and keeping those moving so that the city received all the benefits to those grants, from homeless grants to planning grants, service agency grants. They're very cumbersome to manage, and the paperwork can be overwhelming at times, but Janet did an amazing job. So I really want to just say that your work is all appreciated, not just by me, but city manager, city council, and members of the public as well. Your work's very well respected. We put a very positive light on the city, and it's nice to be able to say that the City of Redlands is in good shape and we're part of it.
Hello everyone in Management Services Department. This message is for you. Oftentimes our internal services don't often receive the recognition for the services that they provide on a day-to-day basis. But I want to just take this time to say, I see you and I thank you. I recognize your efforts over the last year. It's been an incredible challenge to get everybody working mobile, but you've all risen to that challenge and then some. I'm incredibly grateful, so from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate your efforts and I thank you all. Here's hoping that the rest of this year and the years to come are much different than the pandemic year and lead to a lot of more years of success. Thank you.
Hello FCS. I'm so pleased to be able to take a few minutes of the day just to thank you for everything you do on a daily basis and your significant contributions you make to the community all throughout the year. Last year was surely one of the most significant, challenging years we will probably ever face in our professional careers. And not only did you meet all of those challenges with excellence, but you made some truly long-lasting contributions. I'm not going to name everything that's been done. There has been so many throughout last year. A few of those are our senior food drives, our holiday event we did at the sports park, the Halloween event we did at the sports park, bringing citrus farming in-house, the great care you took in keeping our parks and streets looking pristine despite an extremely challenging budget. And I just can only emphasize that it took a team effort. It took the contribution of everybody as a whole working together to do those things. And I have no doubt that both the community, the rest of the city staff, and our elected officials truly appreciate all that you've done. So again, thank you from the bottom of my heart, and it's a real pleasure to work with you on a daily basis.
Thank you to our city manager and department directors for their kind words. Now I'll be reading out the employee names for years of service recipients. In the 5-year category, DARREN BECK, Joseph BIERMA, Michele BURKS, REUBEN CORDOBA, Gabriel CORTEZ, Kevin COSLETT, David Dean, Matthew DENNISTOUN, SHELBY DONLEY, Ian FERRARI, KATHLEEN GIORGIANNI, Henry Gonzalez, ALLAN KEARNS, JESSIE LANZ, VARNUM MACIAS, CHAY Miller, GREGORY MISHODEK, Diana Rains, Sean Riley, Mark RYNKIEWICZ, Diane SHIMOTA, Armando Baez, Joseph Aguilar, Christian Dominguez, Monica Duran, James Garland, Daniel Gonzalez, Timothy Lane, Stephen Novenson, Matthew Swenson, Joseph Valdivia. And our 10-year recipients go to Laurel Shearer, Denise Camarillo, Terry Fritz, Cecilia Griego, Christian Herrera, John Serrano, Don Young. And our 15-year recipients go to Jose Arce Cortez, Patricia Baker, Scott Bateman, Misty Castellanos, William Conway, Stephen Crane, James Estrada, Lavinia Farkas, Daniel Figgins, Elizabeth Green, Joshua Hannon, Scott Hoekstra, Andrew Weisenga, Karen Liskey, Linda McCaslin, Janice McConnell, Dale Peters, Rich Sessler, Jason Simmons, Patricia Swopey, Cindy Tryon, Victor Valencia, Esteban Valenzuela, Jeff Kuhn, Matt Lay, Anthony Ortiz, Christopher Thornburg. And our 20-year recipients will go to Nathan Bristol, Bradley Byers, Lynn Kraft, Arthur Creef, Sean Flynn, Laura Mattingly, Michael Merriman, Salam Nael, Alejandro Paredes, Catherine Ramirez, Jessie Marquez Lomeli, Leslie Martinez, Michael McMath. And our 25-year recipients will go to Justin Jimenez, Jill Martinson. And finally, I'd like to give a special thank you and recognition for Danny Perez, who has 35 years of service with the City of Redlands. On behalf of the City of Redlands, thank you to all of our employees for your service. We hope to see you next year.